Katherine Moller here for another installment of Tips and Tricks. So today I want to talk to you about holding your violin and about the dreaded pancake hand. And the pancake hand, that's a term that one of my teachers used back when I was starting to learn how to play the violin. And what it is when you're holding the violin, a lot of times I'll see beginners want to hold their instrument this way, right, with their hand right up against the neck of the violin. And it makes sense because this is a really easy way to hold up your violin. But you don't want to do that. You don't want to do this for several reasons. One, it's just harder to move your fingers fast. It's harder to be really precise with your fingers. And remember, last week we talked about how you want the string to go right across the tip of your finger. Well, if you keep your wrist straight like this, it's going to be much easier to get your fingers coming down right on the tips. If your hand is this way, flat, like a pancake, then your fingers are naturally going to come down more like that, more flat, which is not what we want. And it's like, I don't know if any of you have actually taken typing lessons. You know, when you're typing at a keyboard, you don't want to be like this. You don't want, to have your wrist bent and then your fingers up, because it's just really a whole lot harder to move. You want your wrist to be straight. So that's our goal here. Now, the other important thing though is you don't want to exaggerate. Sometimes when I tell students, they exaggerate this way. And again, we're putting stress in here. So you want your hand to be in a really neutral position so that it's nice and straight, so your fingers can move really easily and really quickly, and so that you can get your fingers right on their tips. So that is the big thing with your wrist. You'll also find that if your hand is this way and you try to use your pinky, that is incredibly hard, and it's really hard to reach all the way with your wrist straight. As much as it seems counterintuitive, it's much easier for that pinky to be able to reach up nice and high. So keep your wrist straight. Remember, just a nice neutral position. You don't want it in, you don't want it out. Nice neutral position. It'll let your fingers land on their tips. It'll make it easier to move faster, and it'll make it much easier for your pinky to reach all the way up to where it needs to be in tune. Now, while we're here, I just wanted to mention to you that this coming Wednesday, March 1st, I'm actually holding a webinar, and it's a free event that you can attend online from the comfort of your home. You can be drinking tea, wearing your pajamas, whatever you want. And so it'll be this coming Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And the topics that I'm going to be covering are: why is your bow bouncing and what can you do to make it stop bouncing? And also, why is your fiddle squeaking? So if you have either of those issues, if you experience either of those issues and want to join us, that would be great. Once I get offline today, I'm going to put the registration information in the comment for this video so that you can see it, and maybe if you're interested, sign up and come spend about 45 minutes with me and we can solve some of those problems. So I hope to see some of you Wednesday. Thanks a lot.